There's no place I'd rather be.
No, welcome back to Matchday Live, and it's me, Dan, back again. And today, Man United, well, not today, no, and welcome back to Matchday Live, and it's me, Dan, back again. And this weekend, Manchester United have to face Spurs at White Hart Lane. It's at White Hart Lane. It's the last game at White Hart Lane for Tottenham, so it's a big game for Tottenham. So let's get straight into it. As you can see, I've got the team there as well. So let's talk about last week. Obviously, we had to face Arsenal, and yeah, there's not much to say about that. Well, first half we were pretty much even. Both sides were pretty much even, and we had so many chances to win that game. So mainly the first chance was, we had the main chance was a back pass from, I don't know who, it was one of the Arsenal defenders, one of the new ones. I think it was Holding, if I'm not too mistaken. He basically passed it to Rooney. Well, passed it to Koscielny, but Rooney basically went for it first, and yeah, Rooney, all he had to do is just put it past Czech, or just pull it back to Juan Mata as well, and yeah, he didn't do that, and pretty much we that was like the best chance of this of the half for us. They had chances themselves. They were the better side in that first half. Well, I don't know actually. I'm not too sure that as if they were, but they're not the best. They wasn't. I don't think. I actually think we was pretty even personally. I still think we could have won the game if we. Oh, that's a foul, ref, isn't it? Yeah. It's Pogba on the ball. Oh, fuck it. Let's go Juan Mata. It's quite a big wall, though. Juan Mata. Yeah. Cheeky little free kick. The goalkeeper, the wall didn't jump, so cheeky little free kick scored. Yeah, but it's pretty much end-to-end stuff in that first half. We counter-attacked. They pretty much hold the ball. They played that three at the back as well, and they pretty much had most of the chances. But we had the better chances to win it personally. So second half came. They started better second half. Arsenal as well. They started better. They started better in the second half. Arsenal they actually tested us for quite a long time. We didn't have that many chances second half, but their first goal, we lost 2-0 by the way, as if you didn't already know. Yeah, we lost 2-0. We pretty much their goal is pretty much, I think it was Granit Xhaka shot from, I don't know, like 25 yards or something like that. It rebounded off, it hit Herrera, and yeah. It hit Herrera, and then it just looped over De Gea. So that was 1-0, and then what a volley, what a goal. We pretty much lost concentration after that goal. They went and gonna scored again. I think it was Chamberlain who crossed in for Welbeck, that guy Welbeck, and scored off the crossbar, and then header, crossed it in, headed in, and that was 2-0, and that was pretty much the game. They pretty much controlled the ball. After that, we did bring on like Rashford and Lingard and all that, but with that game, we had to win that game, especially when Liverpool drew with Southampton as well. So they pretty much didn't have much to do. All we had to do is just... Is every shot going in or something? Rooney's just scored now. Yeah, it's just... I don't get it. Literally, I mean... Oh, have they added his celebration? Have they added his celebration? They must have done. Yeah, it was just a poor performance by Man United. We were so poor. I think who did we have? We had Carrick, Herrera. I mean, it was just too slow. I mean, the only good thing come out of it was Twanzebe. He literally had Sanchez in his pocket most of the game. He literally bullied him, except from obviously when they scored. But yeah, Twanzebe did alright as right back, and I think he'll play this weekend as well. I think it might be the same team that beat well, lost to Arsenal. You know, now that we top 4 chances are over, obviously Arsenal are now 5th and we're back to our lovely place of 6th. But yeah, it's pretty much that, and yeah, we couldn't really much talk about. Obviously we just lost. We take it off the chin. Season over for us with the Premier League, I think, and it's obviously all down to the Europa League, and obviously they played last night and we won. Well, we drew 1-1. We got lucky. We definitely got lucky. First half we got a goal. What a ball it was. It was Rashford who passed it into, basically crossed it into Marouane Fellaini. Marouane Fellaini, you know, he's going to score. Back post by himself, he's going to score. So yeah, basically crossed it in. What a ball it was, and scored. So that was 1-0. And then we did have a couple chances afterwards where we could have wrapped up the game. I think we had a Mkhitaryan shot. We had a Rashford chance as well. But their keeper saved it. So it went into half-time 1-0, 2-0 on aggregate. You know, going into that game, you know, pretty much all we had to do is just win. And we made it hard for ourselves. We did have a couple of chances second half. I know we had a stinging shot from Mkhitaryan. It was a good save from their keeper. But Celta Vigo, they just kept pushing and kept pushing. And they finally did get a goal in the 85th minute, and it was, you know, basically just a crossing, and one of their defenders, I can't remember his name. One of their defenders just heads it in, beats Romero. So that was 1-1, and then literally last 5 minutes it was all attack. We did score. Oh, what a save! Yeah, we did score. It was a bit of a. We did score in like the 90th minute or something. Basically, I can't remember who it was, but it went to Pogba, and Pogba basically fouled the defender, which I thought it was a bit harsh. I don't think it was a foul personally. He's just blocking the ball, so then he can turn. But yeah, he blocked the ball, and then obviously, well, he blocked the man, and then it just went through to Herrera, who went and scored. But the keeper gave it as a not the keeper, the ref gave it as a foul, and I don't think it was personally. But yeah, so after that, pretty much it was all up our end. You know, they're just pushing for that goal, yeah. Then we had a bit of controversy. You know, there was a bit of flapping about in the well, they were just like moaning. Everyone was just like on each other, and then apparently punched one of the defenders, and he got red carded, even though I think it was Guidetti. Yeah, Guidetti went down like a sack of spuds, so obviously he was going to get red carded. But then one of their players, I think it's the defender who scored actually, who got red carded. So he literally scored and then he got a red card. So then obviously both teams went down to 10 men, and then literally in the last 9 seconds they had the most, I think it was Guidetti again, literally had the best chance of the game to win it for them, and he just flapped at it. He just literally flapped at it, and that's why I meant we got so lucky in that game. So we won that. We drew that game 1-1, but we did win on 2-1 on aggregate. Luckily, we just won. I mean, literally just. So yeah. So that's pretty much it. We get into the Europa League final now. Obviously, we've got to face Ajax themselves. I think they lost 3-1, but they won 5-4 in aggregate. So it's going to be a tough game for United, especially it's in Stockholm, isn't it? I do believe so. There's that, and I think with the look at that pass to Martial. With the Premier League now, we pretty much what a goal! What a great counter attack! Yeah, with the Premier League now, we just gotta play the. Oh, sorry. We just got to play the remaining games and literally just, try not to slip up into 7th or something like that. I mean, if we can win our last 3 games, I think we got Spurs this weekend. Then we got Southampton midweek, and then we got Crystal Palace at home, which I will be going to, but apparently Mourinho is going to be playing kids, which I'm not looking forward to, but it's going to be a fun day out, whatever the case. But yeah, if we can win our last 3 games, you know, you never know, we might clinch the top 4. I doubt it. You know, pretty much Arsenal are ahead of us now in points. Obviously, Liverpool themselves are ahead in points. Man City are ahead in points. So we can't get top 4. I don't think. But I mean, if we can win Europa League final, whatever, I'll take it. We need the Champions League, whatever. So Europa League is our main cause. So like I said, it is pretty much, you know, Premier League is just last 3 games. We're just gonna play them and, you know, just play them out. Obviously, Tottenham themselves out the title race as well. You know, they're just playing for the pride now for the last game at White Hart Lane. So yeah, even though Tottenham did lose last weekend against West Ham, I mean, if we can do like West Ham did, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if we did. But I've got a funny feeling we might see a draw or something like that. A typical Man United draw this season, obviously. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Obviously, like I said, Spurs lost to West Ham, I believe. So I think they've pretty much done better than they wanted to. Spurs, you know, they was in the title race for a couple of games, but obviously, Juan Mata, off the crossbar, literally skimmed the crossbar. Yeah, like I said, Tottenham themselves, obviously, they was in the title race till last weekend where they lost to West Ham, which was quite surprising. But they're going to get Champions League football. It's going to be, you know, it's probably for the top 4. I think it will be. Obviously, it will be. I think Arsenal might just nick it. You know, with obviously Liverpool themselves, they can't seem to score at the moment against the lesser teams. So I think it will be like Chelsea. Top 4 prediction will be, you know, Chelsea, Spurs. I think it will be Man City, and then maybe Arsenal or Liverpool. But yeah, no, obviously, we just got to hope that we win the Europa League. You know, against Ajax, I think we can do it. But it's going to be a very tough game for us. Yeah, so for my score prediction in this game, I think, sod it, I'm going to go for a 1-0 victory. If we can get a 1-0 victory and just park the bus up there, I think we can definitely get the victory. Obviously, their Spurs' home record this season, I think they've only lost. They haven't actually lost, I don't think, at home this season. So if we can dent their first loss in their last game to ruin their parade, I wouldn't mind. But yeah, so I'm gonna go 1-0. Probably Martial to score, or Rooney, or from a penalty or something. I mean, I wouldn't mind to see like a good game. You know, like a good goal scoring game, like a 3-3 draw or something like that. But yeah, I think that'll be that for the game. I reckon it'll be 1-0, or they might beat us like 1-0 or something like that. It's going to be something like that, or in any case. So anyway, guys, I think I'm actually going to end it here for today. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and I shall see you guys next time. So right, I'm going. Bye.